Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a very casual get ready with me. And just kind of me talking about my feelings towards my collection, feeling a little bit stuck and maybe how to get a little bit unstuck with my things. Most times I don't really care and it's fine and I really enjoy using everything, and that alone is good enough for me. But then periodically I do start feeling other ways towards my collection, and yeah, like I said, we're just gonna dive into that, and maybe you guys feel the same way with your stuff. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But either way, if you're interested and want to see me do a very casual face and talk about those topics, just keep watching. So I'm going to prime my face with this, the Primed and Peachy Primer, and the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I've been liking this. So even though I'm circulating my products through, Shop My Stash, and even with project panning and stuff, I am starting to feel like I'm stuck a little bit with my collection. I don't feel like that all the time. Like most times I'm just kind of like whatever, I like let it lie and I just use whatever and enjoy my collection for what it is, and it's fine. But periodically I will go through these moments of like I just feel stuck. Like I feel like I've had the same products forever. And this is, I guess, what just ends up happening. When you're not somebody who really buys makeup a lot and you don't really do massive declutters. And I have done massive declutters in the past. I have done that. Yeah, when you're somebody who doesn't really change things up a lot, and I also don't like declutter based on expiration date. I wish it was that easy, because I feel like if you're somebody who's more cutthroat about that kind of thing, you're automatically going to see change in your collection because you're getting rid of stuff that much quicker. I just don't believe in that. I get it if products go off and all that and they smell really bad. I have my limits with that. I understand, like, I'm not going to hold on to stuff that just doesn't work anymore, just is icky to use. But for the most part, my eyeshadows are super old. I've had them forever and they work pretty well. But that said, I'm going back to that point again of feeling stuck. I just feel like I'm not, I guess, circulating through things quickly enough for my liking. I'm not sure if that's a matter of maybe I need to shorten my Shop My Stashes a little bit. I kind of probably have to play around with my Shop My Stash and figure out a way to hit things up more. But with that said too, I also like to get more usage out of my products as well. It's like I kind of want the best of everything, and I don't know how to approach that in a way where I'm satisfied. I hope you are following along. I would like to see more movement throughout my collection, and kind of more extreme movement, more movement this year than I have in the past, because again, I've been sitting with the same products for a long time. Yeah, so I think it just is time for something to happen. And like I said earlier, I don't buy makeup like hardly ever unless it's just like base products that I run out of. I pretty much just use all the stuff I have, which is great. And that's kind of like what I want to be doing as well. Like, I don't feel like purchasing things when I kind of have dupes of similar items, and just, yeah. But I don't know. I want to start using more project pan items. I'm going to go in with this Lorac little shade right here. I think it's called Serendipity. I do look to see what new releases are out. And yeah, there are definitely things that really do catch my eye. I don't know. I just think about it. Like, am I trying to be buying more makeup right now or not? Is that something that I really want to be doing? I'm kind of like in this place where my life is a low buy / no buy, and I don't force that on myself. It's just how I am. Like, it's not something that I have to like stay on top of or anything. But yeah, I do look at new makeup, and I'm just trying to figure out like where I stand with buying new makeup. Do I want to start buying new makeup again in order to kind of freshen up my stash that way? Because you have to understand, my makeup's pretty old. It's not like I bought this stuff 6 months ago or even a year ago and I'm like, I'm bored. Let's put it this way. My youngest colorful makeup eyeshadow palettes are 3 years old, maybe going into 4 years old. So it's not like these are impulsive thoughts I'm having where I want to buy all new makeup, do one fell swoop and just get rid of everything and refresh. Everything I do is slow. So keep that in mind when I say this. But I have been considering like maybe it's time to kind of start phasing out the really old stuff. Not even through a project pan, because having done project pan, it would take me forever to phase that out. But I like to do things slowly too. So I don't know. All right, what do I want to do for a crease shade? Because I've been talking too long. This Iris Print color. So I'm going to put this in the crease just with the same shadow brush, because I really don't care. Just manipulating the brush to make it go in the crease. So yeah, I've just kind of been looking and browsing and seeing and weighing things out. Is it worth it to get new makeup? Would that be a fun way to inject some new life into my collection? Lord knows I have enough eyeshadow. I'm not saying that that's something you should do if you I'm not saying that's something you should do is just buy new makeup to kind of give your collection new life, because I think that can also lead to other problems. But just kind of looking and browsing. I don't want to make any quick decisions because, again, I am appreciating my current stash. I just kind of want to see something change as well. So I'm kind of playing around with looking at things and weighing out my options. I'm not a very like super impulsive person, so that's kind of how I feel the most comfortable executing change. I am going to do a declutter, which is another way to kind of move things. I've done the bigger declutters, like I said earlier. Some months I do find items that I'm just kind of like, yeah, no, either because of Shop My Stash or Project Pan. So those are very like kind of more organic ways that I declutter my collection, as opposed to just like, you know, filming a huge declutter all at once. But again, that might be a little too slow for me at this point. Basically, I just want to see stuff change, I think, but I don't want to do things too quickly. But I also need to kind of make a move as well. And again, I have been enjoying these rotations and stuff, so it's not even about that. It's just, yeah, what else can I do to kind of see more movement in my collection that is a little bit quicker? I always want to stress, like, that I don't promote continual purchasing of makeup. Project Pan item. This is the Almay Intense Eye Color, which really isn't that intense. It goes on kind of light on me. I'm not trying to call this like an issue or a problem. It's just kind of me reflecting on my collection and not really knowing like what to do next. Sometimes it's just better to kind of like continue doing what you're doing and like just play it by ear. Seems like a lot of people are doing low buys and no buys, which is like, I get it. That's kind of what they need to do right now. They probably already buy the makeup, but I'm the opposite, where like I don't really buy makeup and I'm not sure if I want to start. Part of me says no. If I did buy new makeup, it wouldn't be to just have it for the sake of it. There would have to be a strategy where I'm pulling it in and then maybe getting rid of older ones that I'm not as excited about. I do want to keep my numbers down. I don't want to grow my collection and have more eyeshadow than I know what to do with or can use. So I definitely want to have a strategy for that in place if that is something I choose to do. It's almost like the opposite. Like some people will declutter to buy more. I'm almost not going to do this for sure, but just one of those ideas floating in my head where I want to buy something new to kind of freshen up my stash is as a way to declutter or get rid of the really old stuff. I'm not saying that's like the wisest thing to do, but again, my collection is old, so I almost feel like justified in doing that, sort of. I don't know. Maybe I'm not justified. I definitely want to keep numbers low, so that's very important to me. I'm not a minimalist when it comes to my collection at all. I am not somebody who only wants to have one blush, 3 eyeshadows. And if you are somebody that is a minimalist with makeup, like that's really cool. Like, but I just know for me, like I do like a little bit more variety in my stash, and I do like to shop around into my collection. So that's not what I'm trying to do. And I'm not somebody who's really strict about numbers, but I find that kind of being more accountable to numbers does help me manage it better. You know, I can cycle through things quicker that way if I have a manageable amount for me. So yeah, buying new makeup would definitely mean I'm getting rid of others. I am interested in trying a cream blush. It's been a really long time, and I could use lipstick as a cream blush. I understand a lot of makeup can be used different ways, but I sometimes just want to buy a blush for a blush's purpose. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how I approach my collection. If I was trying to be super minimal and maybe even traveling, that's probably, or just trying to get more usage out of a product, I could totally see myself multi-using things more. But at heart, I do like to use things as they are intended. So I am interested in trying a cream blush at some point. I don't know when that would happen or what brand. Not sure if I would want to do a Glossier type of thing or Fenty cream blush. I'm not really sure how much I want to spend on it at this point in my life, but yeah, but if I do that, like I said, I want to keep numbers down. I don't really have any cream blushes in my current stash, so I don't know if I would get rid of my powder ones. I don't know. So this is what I mean. I'm very slow when it comes to what I'm buying, and that can be, or buying and what I'm getting rid of. It's both a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing and a curse because you end up in this position. This is not the brush I wanted to use, where you end up stuck, feeling stuck. And if you're not a makeup lover, if you're somebody who kind of just doesn't care about makeup that much, then obviously that's not a problem for you. If you're someone like me who is starting to get a little antsy and just needs to find a way to change things up, again, this could also be the way I do my usage projects and the timing of it and how much I'm bringing in as well. That could also impact the feeling stuck part of it. But then when I'm putting on my makeup every day, like, I feel like when I'm actually applying my makeup, I find that some of my anxiety or anxiousness towards my collection does kind of go away. And it comes back down to that appreciation again of what I own, and then I'm fine. So I wasn't claiming that this video had tons of solutions. I'm literally just thinking out loud. Also, my kids are not home right now. That's a first in a long time. I've gotten used to making videos with everybody all around, but it's also nice to just maybe have your door open and just have more freedom that way. What kind of blush am I trying to use? The Laura Geller blush that I pulled in this month. I've been very motivated to use my Project Pan blush a lot lately, but today might be the day I hit pan, but I also feel like I have to stop sometimes because I like using other colors and other ones and taking a break. Maybe I'll use my Project Pan bronzer. This is just a random mineral one that I got off eBay. Let me know, guys, are any of you out there kind of feeling like that with your collection? And I am aware, again, that most people in the beauty community are kind of in the opposite direction, where they like maybe buy makeup more often than someone like me does. So you probably don't feel as stuck in that sense. But yeah, just curious if anybody else is going through something similar. I mean, I'm happy to use what I have. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, like, I am feeling grateful for my collection. And like I said, when I put it on, I don't even care anymore. And it just, I don't know. I think it's when I'm not using it and just like looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh. And the lack of usage sometimes when I'm seeing it just sitting there, and I get like this over the summer because I don't really wear it as much in the summer, I get a little bit like, what am I doing? What is happening? And then I put it on and I'm like, I love you again. I don't like seeing things going unused, I guess. This is just a Morphe brow pencil. I think I'm gonna go into the highlighter now. This Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in Rose Gold. And I've been using this with a more dense brush because this formula is the way it is. It's just, it works better with a denser brush. So I'm using an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush for that, even though it's not technically for highlighter. I never listen to the directions of my brushes. I just use it for whatever I want, depending on the brush. I even sweep it there underneath the brow. Yeah, I've really been liking this a lot too, which is great. I like when I rediscover things I haven't used in a while and then decide I like them. So I just forget so easily too. That's the other thing. Like, I have such a big collection that even if I do a Shop My Stash, I'm still gonna forget like in 2 or 3 months what that product was like or how it went on, and that's like not good either. So there needs to be a solution for this. And I put my faith out there. Like, I know that I'll come up with a solution, and I don't want to like force anything and whatever. I kind of want to do it organically, but at the same time, maybe this is the year to kind of push myself a little bit more to figure it out. And a journey, I hate using that word, but it's a journey, man. Like, you're trying to find your way with it, especially when you have a collection that's big and you never buy it and you don't, whatever. So I'm determined to finish up this lipstick. Okay, throw some brow gel in there as well. I'm gonna layer my lip products. I think I'm gonna put this lip lingerie in Push Up, just a dab of it. Now, these are completely different formulas. I have like a cream product underneath, a gloss, and now I'm trying to be putting on a liquid lip. Not a whole lot, because I don't want it to get cakey. Kind of play with the hue a little bit. I don't know if this changes a thing, but okay. Let me know. How are you feeling towards your current collection? Do you feel stuck in any way? And if so, what are your plans to get unstuck? Because that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Not really stuck when I put it on and use it, but in general, maybe I just have too much stuff. I don't know. Decluttering is probably in my future, so that might solve that problem. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye!